Business alert. Turns out the Merrill Lynch chairman and CEO John Thain will not be receiving a fat bonus this year. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. He has rescinded that request after taking a lot of heat for simply wanting that money. But Mark Stevens says that Thain should get his award, even though it may not seem like the best public relations move right now. Mark is the CEO of MSCO.com and author of Rich is a Religion. First of all, what is MSCO? What is that?
It's a global marketing and management consulting firm.
So
we advise CEOs.
That are in bad PR and all.
No, not just PR. It's about their marketing, organizational structure, how to grow the business.
All right. Marketing-wise, it doesn't look good for anyone, any bigwig in the financial arena to be asking for bonuses, right?
Well, you can't run capitalism by PR, though. I mean, you have to, in this issue. Which
well, you're right, but you can't run capitalism running your company into the ground either.
But he didn't run the company into the ground.
Well,
so
he's the chief.
But he wasn't the chief when all of the junk was piled onto the balance sheet. That would be a whole different scenario.
But the demise happened on his right. And I know what you're saying, and I'm not trying to mess with you here. I'm just trying to say that in this environment where everyone is pulling back.
There you go, in this environment. I don't care about the environment. It doesn't matter.
Well, a lot of shareholders do.
But smart guys running a company.
Merrill Lynch stock is a fraction of what it was, had to be bought out by a bank, an unthinkable company.
I had some of my money at Merrill Lynch. I didn't pull it out. Why? Because he found a safe haven for it. So he deserves some credit for millions of people like me who kept my money there. I wouldn't have kept it there. So I'm not a cheering squad for this guy, but we have to decide, Neil, who's the problem and who's the solution as we go through this difficult period in our economy.
So the fact that he, but switch it around. The fact that he saw the least of the debacles is reason for getting rewarded?
No, it's not that he saw the least of the debacles. He inherited a broken company. He helped to barter a deal to get it acquired by a healthy company. I probably didn't fight it all. Nobody knows what went on in that room. He's a smart guy with a good history. Do we want to penalize him? Do we want to be a witch hunt nation now?
Do you want to give someone a big bonus for that? Here's a bonus because you didn't inflict nearly the hell that your colleagues did.
He didn't inflict any hell on it.
Talk to some Merrill Lynch shareholders.
Well, he didn't inflict any hell on it, as far as I'm concerned. And
you're a Merrill Lynch shareholder,
right?
He inflicted hell on you.
I don't think he did it. I think he's the guy.
Did you take a look at your portfolio?
My portfolio. I think
what did you get? Like a free savings?
I think he will be the. We can't look at a very short-term basis here, but you're trying to paint him with the same brush, I believe.
No, no.
As the people who actually
I'm just
saying
toxic
junk on a balance sheet.
This is an industry that got Bank of America got $25 billion, right? Got $25 billion from taxpayers, whether it wanted it or not. So there is such a thing as appearance of impropriety when you take money from the taxpayers and then dole out some of that in bonuses, whether you argue they're deserved or not.
I agree with you, Neil, but the problem is we can't go by this appearance thing because the string beans you ate for lunch, the farmer probably got a subsidy for it, so you should be eating the string beans.
Well, by the way, I did not have string beans, but that's fine. I'll play with your analogy.
If
you applied it to bakery products, I think you're onto something.
Brush on a witch hunt.
But Mark, my only point on this is an industry that was tripping over itself being an ass collectively. Now, I'm not saying John Thain is guilty of anything more than bad timing in that case, but it is what it is. Taxpayers are on the hook now for all of these institutions, Bank of America, now Merrill's boss included. And in that environment, taxpayers who already feel they've lost tens of billions are going to resent giving anyone anything at this time. Now, a year from now, if fortunes turn around, 2 years from now, fortunes turn around, then you can make a compelling case for getting money. He right now is going before people and saying, I saved the company from getting sort of downsized out of existence.
The strong, great, successful people, the entrepreneurs, and the tough executives, the ones who are going to get us out of this damn mess that we're in right now. I don't want to penalize the talent. I don't like to see what's going on in a lot of these things. Don't penalize the talent now. Let's not do that. This country was built on smart, successful people making what the market would bear.
Smart, successful people got us into this mess. If he somehow clairvoyantly said, you know, Merrill, you're in too much into this leverage stuff. You're in too much of this real estate stuff. You're on the hook for too much of this mortgage stuff. If you were some Nostradamus type who saw all of that coming, my hat's off to you. You warned, it collapsed under your watch, end of story. He didn't, ever.
No, but we can't penalize him for not being the seer.
I wouldn't give him $10, let alone $10 million.
But I think he should get it. But if we need to vent our collective spleen on somebody, let's have Rick Wagner, who is the problem, give back what he made over the last 5 years.
Fine, I'm just
I want him to return his salary.
When a ship
I want
sinks,
him to pay
when a
Thain.
ship sinks, no one went after the steward of the Titanic. They went after the captain. They said, you know, Captain, not good what you did. Captain's dead.
Right, but this was not the captain who made the ship sink. If
He
it
was the captain at the time.
he was not the one who took the junk on the balance sheet.
Do you know? Let me give you a news
such a broad brush
If this show's ratings really suck,
right,
and I'm telling you, I will blame it on my producers, absolutely. But unfortunately, my name is on the show, which I thought was a good idea when we started. It could be very damaging if it doesn't take off. So I take the heat for that, not my producer.
Absolutely, but I don't think that. So let's say.
So I'm not going to hit my boss up for a huge bonus.
So let's say you run the ratings into the ground, right? And I take the show over from you. And the first 3 months, it ain't going nowhere. Who's at fault here? If I'm starting to.
Well, I'm already out of a job. You're on your way to getting out of a job.
bonus of taking over your lousy show and making it better.
Well, you know, my point is that overseeing a lousy enterprise at a lousy time might be a lousy break. But it's called capitalism.
Right, so it's called capitalism.
And you're rewarding the guy.
Capitalism is get your hands out of the thing.
You're rewarding the cruise director of the Titanic. That's what I'm saying. But you argue your point well, and I want you to be my next boss because apparently you'll give me money for screwing up.
I said I was taking over your show.
Oh, that's right. Then you're killing me. All right, Mark, thank you very much. Mark Stevens, very good sport.